and welcome to my channel. Well, some of my viewers have requested or asked about the testing of Ryder's T10 carbon steel, and it would have been good to have these when Smoky Mountain Knife Works came out with their second version of the work knife. They listed it as T10 steel, but the knife arrived as not marked on the steel. You know, it looks shiny and everything. So I tried, along with Jersey Knife Guy had tried this and a few other people had tried, but I tried a really long test of trying to get the blade to patina with, first with, I tried different, you know, citrus things, you know, like apple, oranges and stuff like that, mustard, and then I went with vinegar, and then I went with vinegar and salt water, and left it for 24 hours, and the thing just, it didn't patina at all. I went, man, this is not carbon steel. And I had prepped the blade in advance by using alcohol, you know, to clean the blade. So it was not T10 steel, and I kept asking about it, and finally, this was back when Andy was still on Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and I asked him during a live, and they checked into it and finally found out that what had happened was they requested, Smoky Mountain Knife Works requested T10 carbon steel when it first was there, but the manufacturer went with stainless, you know, their 440A. What I found out from that is 440A is a very stainless steel. I mean, it's really good at being stainless. I mean, really good. But anyways, if I would have had one of those hardness testers, we could have tested the difference. I don't know what the average hardness rating of 440A is, and I don't know any of the, like this is S30V. Oh, look at, he's creeping up. Look, he's gonna get you, Goofy. Goofy's gonna, look, you see him just creeping? I am not, here's my hands right here. Drop my note. I'm not doing this, man, I'm telling you. It's already touching Nigel. Nigel's the one that's saving you right there, Goofy. I'm just telling you, Nigel's napping, but he just saved you from the hand. See, it's not attached to anything. Oh well, let's get back to this. It's going to be a long video. So what I intend to do is, I'm going to try to figure out what the hardness of a known, you know, steel of a company that we know and trust, knows how to do heat treatment, you know, like Spyderco, S30V. I'm going to test this one, see what it comes out as. Then here's a classic carbon Rough Ryder. You can see it right there, CC. It's classic carbon. This is the one it came with a Warncliffe. I really like this one. It's the Warncliffe trapper. And then I took the sheath's foot and I made it into a spear point. So we're going to test this steel. We're going to test that one. And then this is my D2 steel. Marbles Jumbo Trapper. We still have the giveaway one, so I'm not going to scratch the giveaway one. And then we also have a buck 110. Oh, got him! What? Whacked? Oh, Goofy. He got smacked by the auto. Sorry, I got a camera jumped out of the holder here. Whoa. Sorry, I had some technical difficulties there after a little bar fight here. But this is supposed to be 420 HC. So 420 with the Boss heat treatment on it. So this will be interesting. I'll probably test it back here along the tang. And another question was, does the difference in the coating on the blade or how the blade is done make a difference in the testing? Well, because this thing goes off of friction, I try to clean it, all of them off with oil, just so that you don't have the. Ooh, I almost cut myself. This thing is incredibly sharp, man. This is wickedly sharp. Um, but something like a coating, like a DLC coating, yeah, you wouldn't want to test that, because it's not, the metal you want to test. And the stone washing, I think it's just going to pebble the surface, It's not, it shouldn't change the heat treatment or anything, but ideally, I think that probably it's also where you test, how things are treated, because some blades are differentially heat treated so that the edge gets a little bit harder, but the spine is softer so that the blade will take more impact, without. For those of you that don't know what heat treatment is, I mean, I've worked with metals and stuff, but I'm no expert on it and stuff like that. But I can tell you that when you heat up metal, it softens it. Whatever it was, it softens it. And you can tell a lot of times on different types of metal how hot it is just by the color of the metal. So usually a lower red is a lower temperature, and it starts going up to like orange, and then it gets up to like white hot and everything. So this is important because how knives are made. If you watch some of these Pakistani knives and how they're made, sometimes, yeah, you can see they put them in a heat treatment thing, in one of their steps. Because I watched one where it said the complete process of manufacturing this knife. You're like, all right, let me see it. And they start off with D2 and they stamped out some blanks, and they got these blanks stamped out, and I think they just did a rough thing, like maybe a fuller or something like that, and then they threw it into heat treatment. All right, so far so good. When it comes through, then they start doing all the other stuff. When they start grinding the primary bevel and the secondary bevels, that steel gets heated up again, So what you should do is another heat treatment process after this. I mean, I would think, I'm not, like I said, I'm no expert on it, but if you look at them grinding, they're holding it with both hands, and they're on the stone, and they're going, and sparks heating up, and you can see the metal turning colors on the edge of the blade. Yeah, you're sharpening, but if you're getting it that hot, you are annealing that blade. It's getting softer. The edge is getting softer, and you don't want that. I mean, if it's D2, this is what they were supposedly doing. Also, quenching steels, how you quench steels. D2 is what's known as an air-hardened steel, and it's got a narrow range, of parameters. Some steels are very generous, like carbon steels, 1095 and stuff like that. I think they're oil quenched, but I might be wrong on this. Like I said, I'm no expert on this. I just know the general basics of it. And anytime you see somebody grinding the crap out of it where the color changes on the edge and everything, that blade's going to have to be reheat treated. And if the handle's already been added to it, they're not going to reheat. They're not going to stick it in an oven and let it air harden again. So that's why it matters on who makes your knives and how they make them. If it's made out of a shop, I commend people that work out of a garage or out of a shop, and they manage to get things done correctly. I know it can be done, but when you're mass producing things for sale and everything. Anyways, there was a little rant there. We need to get back into testing. But I'm just saying, these testers come in handy for things like unknown steels or Pakistani steels, because if you get one that's done right, yeah, and sometimes hardness is not the be-all to end-all, Like if you're at this range right here, that's extremely brittle. You're getting to where, hard impacts and stuff like that, it's not going to roll the blade. It's going to take a chunk out of it. You're going to have missing blade. A roll blade, on a softer stuff, you can work with. You can sharpen that up. Yeah, it's going to dull again, but it's going to last longer in the long run, long-term use, than if you're getting chips in your blade. So, and also edge geometry has a lot to do with it, like there's no one perfect thing that makes a knife you know, a perfect knife. You could have everything done perfectly on this, but if you've got an assembler that he's not getting paid enough, I'm going to try to get him. Oh, didn't completely knock him over. Nigel held him by his tail. Y'all are cheating. Y'all are cheating on this. Yeah, but if you got an assembler or a final inspection person that's not doing their job, out goes the window, you know, of all the other effort that people put into that, you know. Because the final end, the customer gets a hold of it and goes, what a piece of junk. I'll never buy a knife from that company again. All right, I need to stop rambling. It's going to be a two-parter. Part of it is like the preamble of, well, I'm getting ready to test. Also, you know, this is like the Queen or the Cracky. This thing sharpened up pretty well. That's the serial number in China. I think this is 448. It's all sticky and icky because I've been using it. I'm not necessarily going to test that one. So yeah, I guess I'm going to have to do this as a two-parter, you know, because I got off on all my ramblings and rants. Well, let's just do something. Let's just at least grab the T10 and start there. Oh, look, he's sticking up. That's a danger. That could hurt you. Why is he sticking up? Because he's pushed over to one side. See that? The liner's hitting. Let's see if we can zoom in here. See what happened. Yeah, that's just one of those little things that, ooh, that's going to get you. You thought the blade was closed. Let's try it again. Yeah, you can see a dent in the brass right there. It went down this time. Yeah, that's why I need that walk and talk. If it's not talking to you when it closes, you're going to get hurt. Yeah, that's what happens when you start favoring one side. You can see it. Maybe I hit it wrong. But anyways, let's test this guy. Shut up and start testing. Shut up and start testing. All right, we got to get back to 1X. Goofy. Goofy up there. All right, so carbon steel. Let's start out with 50 because it should be at least that. I'm saying, my guess, my estimate is this thing's going to be around 55. Not 60. I don't think it's going to be as high as 60, but we'll see. All right, finally. I'm going to have to put one of those things in the comment section, you know. To actually get around to the testing in this video, please skip forward to 8 minutes and 30 seconds into the video. All right. Well, I didn't wipe this off from oil, but I'll wipe it off with my shirt. I don't think there's a lot of oil on this one. There might be some KPL hiding in there, but... All right, I'm going to test right here. Let's see. Both of these have emblems. You know what? Let's test right in here. Right along the blade edge. Not in the edge, but I'm going to test right here. And you can see how shiny it is. All right, so this guy is 45. We wanted to go 50. Who the hell handed me that? The help I get around here. You see how it is? That's what happens when you hire dinosaurs and cats to help you. All right. I'm going to use this part just to get past all the other stuff. Let's go up to 2X where everybody can see a little bit better. I'll try to hold it still. Sliding. I get nothing. I get no dig in. It's like you're on glass. So that's 50. And these are, you know, not 100% scientific, but if you do the same and you use it after, you can see where it rubbed. 55. I think these things are like about $65 on Amazon the last I saw. Still sliding. See? No scratchy, no scratchy. Well, it's already made it past what I thought it was gonna be. It should scratch on this one, I would think. I don't think you're that tough. I don't think you're that tough, Carbon. Wow. A little bit, you know, but I was kind of like bearing down. I think we're getting close. It's probably like that noise you're hearing is me hitting either here or over here, because this is a slight hollow grind or something to it, feels like. But let me just stay in the middle. Yeah, it's still sliding, but you can see that it's trying to, you know, beyond the thing screen. All right, that's interesting. That's pretty hard, because I sharpened this. I sharpened this knife. Not this particular blade, but that spear point that I reprofiled, and it seemed like 440A. All right, we're digging. You see that? 65. That's as high as these things go. So to me, you watch this. Rough Rider on this particular carbon T10, you know, is between 60 and 65. That's pretty good. As a control, we're going to try the D2.